Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. It looks like a beautiful day and I want to try and make the most of today. Ooh, my graphics are a bit stuttery. As you can see, I am carrying on from exactly where we left off. No time has been wasted. Yes, what I want to do today is to try and make that fishhook kind of affair that I was talking about down the front here, so that if hunters do come down the front, they can get in, but they can't get out. So I thought I'd have a quick go at that. It's still very, very early. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but just want to bring this out away from that rock a little bit. I don't want to come too far, so I'm going to maybe go somewhere around out there, perhaps. Let's see how that looks. And it's kind of difficult to explain what I have in mind, but I think you'll understand once I place a couple of pieces. Let's just get this one out of the way. There, get this one out of the way. I can just go over the top of it. So they do spend a lot of time running around on the bank there, and it might actually be better to try and do something there. But if I can get this just kind of the right angle, maybe something like that, perhaps? Let's try that. I'll leave that one there for now. I call it a fish hook simply because of the barb. So the idea is they'll come and running around here, they'll get pushed further and further out while they're trying to get at me, and then they'll run back this way and they'll get caught in this lot. That's the plan. So I think that's probably far enough for that. And now we need to make sure they can't escape by going straight on. So and bring this out a little bit further here. Maybe somewhere around there. Could have maybe used a better angle there to get over to this rock. I don't think they'll run up over the rocks. They might do. We'll have to see. Yeah, kind of in my own way now. Down to ground level. Use this one on there. Hopefully that should be good enough that they can't get past. And yeah, we're not quite going to reach that, are we? So let me come back. I think what I'll do actually, I'll put the metal one next to the rocks, because that's the one that's most likely going to take a lot of damage. It's not really too important whether or not I can get past it. If I can't jump over it, then I'm sure I can find a way around it somehow. Just stretch that out into ground level. Like so, and then hopefully this metal one will take us up to the rock. Yeah, just about, I think. There we go, something like that. And we'll get rid of this so it doesn't take too much damage. and stick this over here, just to dissuade them from running up onto the rocks. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is leave enough of an area that they think that's you know, their pathing can work. Yeah, there is a bit of a big gap, but I don't think they'll go through there. They might do. We'll have to see. But yeah, when they get close enough, then they're going to run back, get caught on this, and channeled up and get stuck. That's the plan. Right, on with the next thing. So, what else do I want to do? Well, I've been saving up the crystal to be able to make the climbing axes. 12 crystal, we need 8 ingots and lots of power and a little bit of mass. So, ooh, no fuel at all. Let's get those churning away. Power up. Shouldn't take too long. And we've got plenty of ingots. So that's 8 of those. What else was it? Yeah, just 8. Cool. Put all that ready, and then once the power's up, we should be able to get the mass we need. And we can build the climbing axes. Why do I want the climbing axes? Well, I asked for ideas, and by the way, thank you very much for all the comments, what to do for a sort of, what you might call a series finale. Ooh, we're hungry. And Toby, thank you Toby, bless you, decided it would be kind of good if I went out with a bang, otherwise known as suicide. Well, I'm not sure that I'm going to actually suicide it. That might be a little extreme. Just get some food cooking. But there is something, and you suggested this, and it's something that I've wanted to try with the glider, is to drop in on top of a base. Now, I know in the patch notes, ColdGames has put in a crude, and those are his words, not mine, crude method to stop you from doing that, gliding in on a base attack. But I'm interested to know A, what that method is, and B, is it possible to circumnavigate that? So I want to give it a try, and to do that I need to have a glider. So we're going to build the climbing picks, we're going to go and pester a couple of eagles, and we're going to see whether or not we can actually get the glider made in this episode, with a view to potentially using it next episode. But I don't know is the answer. I've never tried it. I have just built the glider and not really even flown it on my server, so I'm kind of aware of the controls of it, but only a bit. So this is going to be new to me as well. Sorry, just thinking and talking at the same time. I'm a bloke, I don't multitask. It doesn't come naturally to me. Right, so I don't want to get too distracted, because if I get distracted, then things are not going to get done. So I am desperately trying to keep things on track. And there's some iron. Now, it might be possible to go and raid an eagle's nest without the climbing axes. The one nest that I've seen up on the south cliffs there, it might be doable. You'd almost certainly break your leg, but I think it's low enough that you can just drop onto it and then drop away from it afterwards. But that's not a risk I'm willing to take, so I think climbing axes would be sensible. And we've got the stuff, so just a case of saving up power and mass and we're good. Right, Hopefully we're not being followed. No. Go in the front door, shall we? I'm coming back to the base, by the way, because I'm in need of food and I don't want to go out doing too much looting and things while starving to death. And that one. And one of those, maybe. Lovely. Ooh. Just gonna go and top those up while I can. And that looks like 5 logs to me, I guess. Yeah, it was 6, but that'll do. Close enough. Right, I'm going to switch that off for now because we've got loads of iron and I need to power more. So, how are we doing? 1100, yeah. So we need a fair bit more yet. 1800. We need another 50 mass. Can't remember. So there's 2 each. Yeah. Just half of those. Perfect. Okay, so we just got to wait for that power to come up, which it will do while we're out. I'll top those off again. Okay, so while all that's building, we'll go and do a little bit of a run around. I don't think there's any point in locating any eagles just yet because I can't do anything about them if I find them, short of breaking my leg. So I'm just going to leave that for now. Grab these. One thing I did say way back, I think at the start of this little series, was about shooting cougars long range using just a rifle, and I never did actually get the opportunity to demonstrate that, which is a bit of a shame. So one thing I thought we could do while we're out waiting for power to build is I want to go and position myself, ooh, look at all this stuff, somewhere where I have Charlie between me and an animal. Let me just grab this. It's not really easy to do the position they're currently located, unfortunately. They are in a tricky spot. Do grab that. But we're going to have a look, see if it's possible. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to explain, but it's possible to shoot an animal from very, very long range and have the animal break off because he loses you before he gets to you. So let me see if I can identify anything. Don't see an animal at all. The bear down there. Ooh, loot crates everywhere. I should be looting today. Just grab this crate. not seeing any conveniently placed animals, unfortunately. So we haven't got any creeping up behind us. So, there's that bear gone. There's that bear down there now. We're a very long way away from him, it. So, just going to shoot the bear, and you see it didn't aggro because it's so far away. Right, now it's aggroed. But if we stay absolutely still and crouched, there you go, it's lost interest in us. Now, if you can judge it so that the point at which it loses interest is somewhere close to a base, in this case Charlie, then it will aggro on the NPCs, which is kind of neat and extremely useful. There is a bear up there, look. But it's difficult to arrange because at such a distance, like over there, it's very difficult to hit them. But you can do it with cougars as well. If you're far enough away with a rifle, you shoot them, they aggro and start running towards you, but then they just lose you. They don't know where you are, so they stop. So you move further back and then shoot them again and keep doing that. So it's definitely a tactic. If they're too close, then they will just come straight at you, as this one is doing. They don't lose you. So yeah, you have to be a long way away from them. Anyway, just thought I would demonstrate that for you. There's this black bear now, who's bound to be quite annoyed with me. There we go. He's given up. Okay, let's see if we can find... It seems to be a very good loot day today. I'm not quite sure why we get such variance in loot, but I'm not complaining. Oh. Well, that's going to be staying there, I think. It's amazing how many times you find a lock crate when you haven't got a lockpick. Here's shooting. Can't tell where it's coming from though. That might have been our brown bear that I brought up. Wolf over there. Otherwise I could have gone over that way. See if I can drag the bear up if he's still alive. Oh well. There will be other opportunities. Oops, wrong one. Okay, didn't need a blueberry that badly. I think they must have killed that brown bear. This is a bit closer than I would like. I would like to get a look and see. Oh, I'll stay on that rock. I'd like to see where their claymores are if I could, but too far away here, I think. Yeah, it looks like a fisherman down there. So much for the nice day. Alright, let's get back and see how our power is doing anyway. So have any of you actually tried using a glider to do a base raid yet? And if so, let me know, how did it go? I'm assuming you just come to a thundering halt when you get anywhere near the base, much the same as you would if you flew into the fence line. It just stops you dead and you fall to the ground. But, well, that's what we need to know, isn't it? Away. Ooh, okay. We've definitely overflowed on that. Okay, how are we doing? Ooh, loads of power. Okay. There we go, we get those built. And then keep your fingers crossed for some nice weather tomorrow. Don't really want it to be pouring down with rain, that would not be good. Right, let's go and have a look at our garden. That's all ready. Oh, did I not replant those? I must admit, I thought I had replanted those. So, yeah, we're getting 3 potatoes off each plant. So that's 24 potatoes in a plant bed, which means that's a base raid. Just coming back to what Toby said again. Sorry Toby, using your name a lot in this episode. So 1 plant bed is essentially 2 Molotovs, but without enough seeds to replant. So essentially if you take the 8 seeds off, that only leaves 16 potatoes, which is not enough for a base raid. See what seeds we've got here first. Ooh, lots and lots of tomatoes now. Lovely. And a little bit of a stash of cotton building up, that's good. And how are you doing? Ooh, nice. 11 bottles of water. Okay. Yeah, we could do with potatoes, couldn't we? So, potatoes. onions. Oops, that was too many. Not quite sure why I did all those. I was thinking about something. I think I was thinking about tomatoes. Anyway, so don't really need tomatoes, but I do like you. They only stack to 40. That's the problem with tomatoes. It looks like a lot, but you will not get through them fast. Let's do it that way. That'll work. Okay, so that's got that. We are generating power like it's going out of fashion. It's coming up to night time, but it's not actually night time. So, have we got time? I can definitely do with some more planks. So I think what I'm going to do for the rest of today is I'm going to go and chop a load of wood, convert it into planks, just to get our stocks up a little bit for things like pickaxes and that kind of thing. But it's going to be pretty boring, so I'm not going to drag you through all of this. I'll bring you back in the morning when hopefully this weather will have cheered up. Welcome back, everybody. So I brought you back early because I don't know if you can see the blue light creeping up there. That's come directly from Charlie, who just followed it all the way up. They are going to be coming up there any second, so I will wait here for them and hopefully see which way they come. I don't want to open my window though, because I don't want them to shoot at me until they've done their entire journey. Pretty sure it's an attack, even though I didn't think today was an attack day. But as you can see, yeah, it's definitely an attack day. So they are coming up the correct way. That's good. Oops. I had what I call a yip. That's where your body suddenly does an involuntary movement and you end up going yip across the screen. And that was definitely a yip. So I've only seen 2 of them. That's a bit strange for a Charlie attack. I was kind of expecting more than that. And why did I shoot them, despite having made my little fishhook trap there? Well, I shot them because if I let them get caught in the trap and then shoot them, I'll get a revenge attack. But by waiting for them to attack me and then shooting them, I don't get the revenge attack. On the other hand, had I not managed to shoot them, hopefully, instead of them being able to run home, they would have got caught. Although I'm not sure whether Charlie will ever get caught in that trap, because their path home is not really the way that trap faces, but we'll see. You've got to try these things, haven't you? Right, what about Alpha and Bravo? Keep our eye open for them. So grab these. Oh, that's not bad, is it? 2 rifle rounds back. I think I fired 3, was it? Or 4? I'll check in a sec. And unfortunately that rain is not going to hold off, is it? Oh, maybe it was more than that. I think I carried 5 spares or 6 spares? Can't remember. Or maybe I didn't have any spares actually. I'll have to check the video. Losing my mind. Help me. Oh yes, 22 planks I managed to make. That was pretty good going. It was absolutely pitch dark. I mean, there was not really a lot of point in me videoing it because you wouldn't have seen anything anyway. So grab one of those back. Yes, right. We have our climbing axes. Now, the problem is it's attack day and it looks like it's going to rain all day. And I don't really want to be climbing up cliffs in the rain where I can't hear the eagle around me and when I'm being attacked. So I think the best thing to do with those for now is to put them somewhere safe. And let's see what happens on attack day. As you can see, I'm cooking up some decent meals. I have got a rack of ribs there, which I can eat anytime I like. But if I'm not going out, I'll leave it in there for now. Let's just see what happens. See if we get any other attacks coming in, early morning. As we've discovered, if they don't come in early morning, they usually come in sort of evening time, so we'll give them a few more minutes, and if nothing happens, we'll get out and do some looting. Thinking about it, because it rained most of yesterday, or certainly late yesterday, and overnight, I would expect it'll probably clear up in a bit. So keep your fingers crossed. Who knows? Doesn't look like it's for clearing up. We are in November, so winter is definitely around the corner. We'll have to see. Looks pretty set in at the moment, doesn't it? Right, need to wait for these meals to cook anyway. So, what's the next plan? Well, again, end game thingy would be something to do with Charlie, for which we will definitely need a breaching charge. So regardless of how my interim plan goes, that's going to need 8 crystal, and we have 5. There's a thought, eh? But getting back to the breaching charge, we need 1 ingot and 1 circuit board, which we've got, and the rest should be easy, so it's just power and mass for that, so we can let that recover. The storm going on, the power will recover as well. You can see I've swapped the canteens for water bottles. Our drill is doing a wonderful job pumping out bottles of water. Not quite sure where it gets the plastic from. I'd like to think it's recycled, but where I got it from in the first place, I do not know. Okay, let's have our dinner. I've still got the double barrel on me, which arguably I don't need. I'm going to take the climbing axes anyway, I think. Because if the rain stops and the sun comes out, we might be able to go and at least scope out some eagles' nests. But we will definitely need to pop down the caves and get some more crystal. Notice the way I say pop down the caves. Right, you see that there's no blue outline on that square. If I go to that square, there is, and if I go to that square, there isn't. You just have to keep moving around until you get it, and then you can drag it. But if you try and... well, let me move it now. Try and drag it to a square where there isn't a blue outline, it will not let you drop it. That's something interesting I noticed. Right, I think we've got everything we need. Not really worth a fuel brick. Do for now. And I think everything else is good. Right. Scrap down there. are a couple of places for eagles' nests. Well, thank you, Raven, for pointing out there are 3 places for eagles' nests. I have only seen 2, personally, and it might be a bit cold for this, but let's have a look anyway. The first one is up here, directly ahead of me in those cliffs. I don't know if you can see those cliffs ahead. You'll be able to, I think. So yeah, this is the cougar spawn on the rocks here. And then you've got the sort of flat fields area, and the cougar spawns are out ahead of me on the snow line. And I think on these cliffs up here we should find an eagle. And it is definitely a bit cold for this. Let's see if it's there. I believe it can spawn randomly in different places, so it's not necessarily going to be exactly here. And I don't see it. You should see the eagle circling around if we're somewhere close. No, I'm not seeing one there. Let's get down a bit lower, we're freezing. Ah, that looks like one. Just there. So, at the risk of being attacked by the eagle, which I don't see, let's see if we can go and steal some feathers. Now, I'm reliably informed that the eagle won't attack you while you're climbing. I also read in the patch notes that you should be able to take the feathers without letting go of the rock. And I'm guessing probably the best way is to go down. I hear the eagle, but there again there is a big storm going on, so I can't hear much at the moment. Nearly there. Lovely. And no eagle in sight either. Right, let's get down where it's a bit warmer. And swap that back. So by raiding the nest you get pristine eagle feathers, and you need the pristine ones to make the glider. If you shoot the eagle, you still get eagle feathers, but they're damaged, and you can't use those. I'm going to go downhill to get home, I think, and get out of this cold as best as I can. Right, so we just need one more eagle's nest, and then a quick trip down the caves, and then we can make ourselves a glider. Not seen or heard the cougar either, which is a little bit worrying. I know there's a cougar here, somewhere. I'd kind of like to know where it is. No, no sign of her. That's strange. Oh well. She doesn't bother me, I won't bother her. Wow, look at these animals. Ooh, nearly. Okay, let's drop these off. I'll get a bit of health back. And protein, of course. Those in there with the 5 crystal. And you can go in there. And you can go in there. Grab a quick bite to eat. I just will use the canteen water as that's replaceable. Right, just going to hang around here for a minute and get some of my health back. I know I can put my winter jacket on. I'm kind of avoiding using it because obviously I get more protection with the flak jacket, and especially as I don't know where the rogues might be, so I tend to leave the winter jacket until I absolutely have to wear it, which at the moment I do not. I'm going to get this iron, I think. Potassium. Oh well, you've talked me into it. I'll get it. I agree, it is a really good resource for fertilizer, and of course gunpowder should you need it. Yes, Toby, you again. Just historically, I would rather refine other things. There always seem to be something far more important, and as you can see I've got a lot of it. It just needs refining. So right, let's finish those off. We've got 600 odd power now. We're doing fine. Yeah, I would just kind of like to get another attack out of the way, but I think we're coming to the point in the day now where it's likely to happen. And that means if I go anywhere, I'm probably going to get met by an attack. Yeah, which is always the problem. Now, I did say in my comments, I think to Raven this time, I need to stop worrying so much about the attacks, because clearly my defences work. I mean, when I was raiding Alpha the other day and Charlie attacked and I got back, there was no damage to the base at all. The walls, the defensive walls had taken damage, but not the base walls. So, you know, it's not like I absolutely have to be there or my base gets destroyed. Oh, thank you, game. Thank you for stopping it raining. Now, the other eagle's nest that I've seen spawns over there on those cliffs, way up on the other side of the valley here. And that's a bit of a stretch for me to get to, because I running through cougar territory here, or squeezing between the bases down here, which is difficult. So it's a long way round whichever way I go, and I don't think we've got time. Right, just waiting to see hunters running. We know Bravo comes up this slope here, so we will definitely see them. Alpha's a little bit more tricky. I think that's a Bravo fisherman. Going to catch his supper. I'm assuming they won't be attacking anytime soon. But it's not so certain with Alpha. Yeah, it means getting very close to both bases to get through this gap here. Well, loot crates are abound. Can't say no to those. I think I kind of talked myself into coming and having a look, at least. Look at these oars. This is kind of where I run straight headlong into a rogue camp, isn't it? Oh, or a bear. Hello, bear. I'm not actually seeing any eagle's nest, which is interesting. I don't remember seeing that before. I'm thinking it's probably just sandstone, but it's a very strange coloration on the water. Oh, that looks like the eagle. Where's your nest? Oh, there it is. Quite low down this time. So, this eagle is almost definitely going to attack us, but we'll have to take that chance. So I think we've almost proven you right, Raven. I mean, that's 2 nests in 2 different places that we found, so each one had an eagle. Therefore, there are, or should I say, there is more than 1 eagle. So I'll go with you. Thank you for correcting me. We'll go with 3. Oh, and there's the base attack. Now, you can't outrun the eagle, So if it decides to attack me, which it is, you have to shoot it, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame. Don't like shooting eagles. But you do need to use a shotgun, unfortunately. I've tried using a pistol. I've actually tried using a bow and arrow. But they're very, very hard to hit. But there you go, proves that it is possible. So yeah, they're lovely birds. I would very much like to just not hurt them, but I need the feathers. So screenshot time. It's about as good a screenshot as I can get, I guess. So there we are, and a question I did have on the co-op play was whether or not eagles give you meat, and as you can see, eagles do give you meat. So that's that question answered. Right, let's bimble back and see if we can identify who just attacked after we picked up the loot. I suspect that would have been Alpha, because we saw Bravo's fisherman wandering off. But could be wrong. Oh, there's a bear there. I'm going to go and get that crate. You see, Alpha's still got a sniper on the balcony, but oh, there's an Alpha dude as well. So it was probably Bravo then, that surprises me. Yeah, a couple of Alpha dudes there. Oh, so it must have been Bravo that just attacked. Which means Alpha has yet to do so. Get my bearings, see if we can see them. Definitely. Oh yeah, a couple of guys just running in there, so I think it was probably them. I guess the categoric way to find out is to sort of see who attacks next, because there's still one attack to go. But let's get this loot back home first. Oh! Wow, okay. Now bear in mind I'd repaired all those walls. So, that's interesting. They've destroyed, what, 3 walls there? At least 2, if not 3. Ah, little swines. We will have to get revenge. Right, so there's the 6 feathers we need. So it's 12, 18 sticks. I'm not sure there's much point in keeping the damaged feathers. I don't think you can do anything with them. I'll put all that together. There. That's good. Put those somewhere safe for now. I'm not sure if that's somewhere safe, but that'll do for now. Right, so that's all good. So we just need crystal. But we've not got time for that today. So I'm just going to wait for this attack. Actually might go and repair those walls. Or not repair, replace those walls. Simply because they definitely do a good job of defending us. And it would be silly not to, I think. So let's go with 2 to start with. I'm pretty sure it's 3 that we lost. Be interesting to know whether they damaged those as a result of getting trapped in behind them. Those all need repair as well, don't they? Or whether they just decided they didn't want that wall there. Oh, too far. And a lot of you might ask, why don't I just upgrade these to alloy sheets and then they would last longer? And the answer is because then they'd cost more. Where's that? Oh, there it is. At the moment it only costs me wood, which I get easily from chopping trees, and a few nails, which I've got hundreds of and have been recycling for a while. But if I upgrade them, then suddenly it's going to start costing me planks and nails, and of course planks I have to make. So yes, they would last longer, but the repair of them would be more expensive. I think it was just the 2, wasn't it? Somewhere in there. I can get through there, but I don't think they will be able to. So yeah, that's why I don't automatically upgrade them. I mean, once you get sort of established in the game and you're bored and you've got nothing else to do, then there's no reason not to, because you're probably going to have a stack of, 200 planks or more. In which case, it's a moot point. But at the moment, at this stage of the game, I'm, as you can see, don't have many planks. I'm making them kind of as I need them, so I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm using even more of something that I'm low on anyway. Right, okay, let's put some lights on, so you can see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That will take a fuel brick. Oh, here we go. Let's have those lights on as well, so you can all see them. He didn't come close enough to get caught in that trap, unfortunately. No, come out from there. Not playing that game. No, when I come down here they seem to wander back off around the corner again for some reason. Not quite working. Good idea, but doesn't work. So we'll have to think of another one. If that idea doesn't work, come up with another one. Right, let's just go and grab these. Ooh, we're going to do some repairs as well, aren't we? Can't honestly say those resources were worth it. 2 medicinal tonics isn't bad. Right, that's the third attack of the day. Don't think there's... Oop, missed. Don't think there's any point in hanging around, so what I will do is just drop this off. And those. And those. And that. And we overflowed on that again. That in there. Right, what I'm going to do is repair those panels that you've just seen damaged, and then I'm going to call that an episode. So, thank you very much for joining me. I don't think you need to watch me hitting panels with a hammer. Well, you can if you want to, I don't mind. There you go, you watched me. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Those are okay. Yeah, we're good. Never happened. Nobody will ever know. Oh, apart from that one. And that one. Good as new. And put that back again. Put those away. And oh. So, there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that. It is now pitch black outside, and we've got a busy day tomorrow. So come back for the next episode, and we'll get back down the caves and get the crystal we need to make the glider, and then, hopefully, we'll be able to have a dummy run on either Alpha or Bravo and see what happens when you try to glide onto a base. See you soon. Bye now.